It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Welcome to Talk with Terri on the Divas That Care Network. I am your host, Terri Wright. Each week on Talk with Terri, my guest and I will discuss a special topic that is close to their heart. Together, we will explore topics that have a huge impact on our lives. Our mission is to share the wide range of strategies my guests have developed or utilized to make a difference. Today, my guest is Cynthia Quimbo. Cynthia is a mom of two girls, took the road less traveled because she wanted to be a present mom. Her bachelor's degree in hospitality management and successful background in the finance world of life and health insurance, being LUTCF, were not feasible anymore because the time required for those jobs would mean spending time away from her children. Now she has a successful global health and wellness home-based business and on a mission to help more moms, more people be present in their purpose and passion in life. She and her team are health advocates who have helped so many people create good relationships with food and good relationships with self primarily to be able to outpour goodness to others. She is on a mission to show her girls and other women that they too can believe in the beauty of their dreams. Welcome, Cynthia. I'm so excited to have you on today's show.
Thank you, Terri. I'm excited as well. Thank you so much. I'm grateful.
Yes, thank you so much. And you've been through so much. So tell me a little bit about what the obstacles were for you when you were going to your dream university and finishing college. How were you able to overcome them?
That is a really good question because we might have listeners who want to go back to school, who want to get an education to college, and they have a dream university. So a little background about me is that in the Philippines, I live in Cebu, and my dream university was in Manila. So that is an hour by plane and 24 hours by boat. And I had a dream because I believed that was the top university in my country. But then I didn't have any guidance to go there because none in my family of both sides, father's side and mother's side, went outside our area, went outside our city. And only very few finished college, actually. So I came from a poor background. And that was my dream. And so financially, there's no backup. There's no guidance how to go about it. There's no... It's a lot of obstacles. So many women may feel defeated doing that, but I thought to myself, I want to go for that dream. So I went to, I sent an application. So back then, it's just in papers, and I mailed it, and I had no way of finding out if I got accepted or not, because only I think top 1% of the applicants get accepted. And then so I had to call them long distance if I got accepted. Well, we didn't have phone, so I had to ask our neighbor if I could use their phone and call long distance. I had to pay a little bit though, so that they won't be charged for long distance. And fortunately, I got accepted. The thing is, I didn't have any money to fly on a plane or go by boat, because my father was so against me doing that. He loved me, I'm sure of it, but he's very protective because it's never happened in our family to be away for college. It's like not in there. It's really super outside the comfort zone. So my difficulty was I couldn't even talk about it at home, except of course secretly I can talk about it with my mom, but on the dinner table I could not. but was the wish in my heart, really wish, but I no money at all, no nothing. So I was gonna go for scholarship, but it was too late to apply as well, because it was towards the entrance already of our school year. So what I did to overcome that is really I just look for something to earn, like summer money, in order for me to have a little bit money to have a boat 24-hour on a boat trip to Manila. And so I had little income jobs here and there, little business at home, like a lemonade stand. It's a different name. It's like Halo Halo stand. I even spoke to a senator who, if he could be my sponsor. I even spoke to different friends. And then all of a sudden, the universe helped me. So I realized once we're willing to put in our effort, God is there to help. So I think the big thing is that I knew God would help me. I know that I know. Like, I knew that. Like, my faith was so huge that I was set. I was decided. And I believed in myself too. And I believed in miracles. I think that's what made a difference. You have this childlike attitude that nothing can stop you despite all the hardships in life. So that's what I did, Terri. If that's, I hope someone can listen to that and wants to go to college and from zero to something.
Right. And what was it in your faith that gave you that safety and security net that knew it was okay to keep pushing forward?
I just prayed, Terri. I prayed. So in a way, I would say, like, when we discover deep inside us, in silence, we find answers, and the faith becomes deeper, and the belief becomes deeper. Just praying and believing that we're a child of God. Mm-hmm. We have a great Father. Like, we it's abundant world out there. It's not just it was not in my present situation where I live, where I it wasn't provided to me because my parents were against me going away from them, because I was the only girl. I'm the only girl in the family, so they want to baby me. So I know they're coming from love when they did that to protect me, a city far away from home.
Right. But you had that determination, and you knew that God was going to see you through.
Yes, that's correct. That's entirely correct. Yes.
That's awesome. And then obviously from your bio, you graduated and you have become very successful. So tell me a little bit about that.
So I graduated. So the obstacle does not stop there. So we got there, and then the university was so huge. We would ride a jeepney to enroll from one to the next. And then, from there, I applied in our scholarship program. So luckily, I got accepted in a Congressional Spouses Scholarship, and to help me a little bit with my board and lodging and some books. And just, I had little business here and there. And then my friend, how you struggle, right? Like, you consign clothes, someone consign me clothes, and I sell it to my friends on the installment basis, something like that. So I still have entrepreneurship inside me. I think I got that from my mom, because here and there she would have little businesses. So I graduated bachelor's degree in the Philippines called Hotel and Restaurant Administration. The equivalent here is hospitality management. And so I worked in a Sheraton hotel and in the business center, and then I went to sales and marketing. So I love that job, and it's just amazing. It opens my mind, it opens my world to different personality, different races, different kinds of people, and really I realized that there's a world out there for me to explore. So maybe my curiosity helped me too. If there's one tip, it's being curious about the world and everybody.
Oh, yes. And you're obviously a people person, Cynthia. You've got great personal skills. And so why did you decide to open your own online business?
So what happened was when I became a mom, so I moved to the US 2004. Being an immigrant here is so okay now. So maybe we have a lot of women also, divas out there who are immigrants or minorities like me. When I moved here 2004, it was at the point of a crossroad. Okay, prior to 2004, I was coming in and out of the USA, very successful in my financial business. After hotel, I moved into the financial world and very successful. So I was just vacationing here and there, the US, it's like a little fun, because I was always curious about the world. And then so 2004, it was a crossroad in my life. My father was sick for about like in and out the hospital for about 2 years. And it was draining me, not just emotionally, but also financially because I helped my family. I was the one who earned most income. And my mom saw how I was consumed with the problems such as just have another vacation in the US. So 2004, I came here. As I've said, I was financially drained because my dad was in and out of the hospital. There's no insurance in the Philippines. And my friend said, oh, why don't you check it out here in the US? Maybe you needed a bigger playground for you to have your career. But I was so down at the time, brokenhearted with the relationship. And then my father was sick. And then, so I checked it out here. Luckily, I was able to get an employment in an AT&T store, but I would like to share something for those who are struggling who came here. I didn't have a car. I didn't have my bed. I slept on the floor for months when I moved here because my friend who welcomed me, although I have so many friends, but where I live to be near the job is her place. And so I did not in my mind, it was transition for me, so I didn't really buy stuff yet, So I sacrificed for that, and then I rode the bus. So for me, it was at first like, oh my God, I had car in the Philippines. I had a driver in the Philippines. I had 2 secretaries in the Philippines. Why would I be doing this? So for me, I just said, this is just transition. This is something different that I just have to humble myself to transition to a life here. It might be good, it might not be good, but maybe I will find out for myself. There's something out there for me. So, okay, what was the second question again?
Why did you decide to own an online business?
Okay, so I gave up the job when I became a mom. So I thought I would be a full-time mom, and that's what my husband said. You're a mom and you're a wife. That's your role now. And maybe at the point when I was so low, I believed that, But then life happens, he got laid off. And I wasn't the type who's like dependent really on one income only. So right. I searched what to do. I searched for a job. I prayed so hard and relied on God. Prayed so hard to look for a job, to look for maybe a business with low investment, to to something to pay me for what I'm worth. I found a job, but then with the traffic in California, I lived in California before, now I live in Texas. It's too bad. I could not go back to my girls who were just, very young, like 2 and 3 years old when I was really actively looking for a job. Mm-hmm. And I got a job, but then it wasn't worth it with the travel time and for me to be able to pick up my kids if they have like potty accident or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I searched, and then our bond landed into my lap. I didn't know God would answer me in this kind of package. And when I opened my mind, I really had antiquated idea about network marketing before. Like I would not listen to anything. Although I was invited so many things because I was with a lot of people. I'm a people person, always invited. And this is the only time like I said, okay, maybe I'll open it up my mind because 9 to 5 wasn't working. If I study again to be an accountant, because I only needed 6 more units to be an accountant and take the CPA board exam.
Okay.
Yeah, so I tried to study that, but then I said, oh my God, if I do that, I would just, have myself another job which will put me away from my kids. So I decided not to do it. And I was looking for a franchise too, like big franchises like Kumon. At that time, Kumon would require me $200,000 to invest in a franchise. And I didn't have that money because, come to think of it, I didn't work for 7 years when I was being a mom. Yeah, so I said, okay, no, not that. So my friend said, why don't you check out my sister-in-law's side business? The sister-in-law is a medical doctor, and she's doing Arbonne. So I said, why would she be doing it? Like she's really a badass doctor. I'm sorry to use the word, but she's what you call this? She has a celebrity artists who are patients, into functional medicine. So I said, okay, I'm gonna get over myself and just listen. So when I found out that it's only low investment, very low, and these are the products that I use anyway, like shampoo, conditioner, hair care, lotion, sunblock for my kids, skincare. I wasn't a product person per se, but that caught my attention actually. That since I'm buying them, let's say from Target, Nordstrom, from CVS, GNC, I might as well buy it maybe from my store. Then I gave it a shot because I love that it's like less toxic products. And I believe that. It's the philosophy behind the company. Well, at that point, it was the timing too. I was really looking for change. So that's what really caught my attention. It's the timing as well. So I decided to have an online job. So God actually answered my prayer that I can be home with my kids. So to answer your question, like a long background there, I'm sorry, Terri, but just to understand where I'm coming from. So I accepted this online business with Arbonne because I was able to be home with my kids. And it's not 9 to 5. I can just do it nooks and crannies, although it's really time and effort business. It's not a get rich quick. So I put time and effort in here, learn and learn and learn, keep reading books, keep just seeing the successful people's story. That's why I became successful, and I'm glad I chose to have an online business in health and wellness.
That is amazing, Cynthia. And you have obviously been through so much, but you obviously show, determination and resilience, and you have ambition to make something of yourself and enjoy this beautiful life that you've been blessed with. Coming over here from having a driver and an assistant to not having a car and not being able to sleep on a bed. You were sleeping on the floor, right? When you moved over to the United States?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Talk about some hardships. So what's your main message to women who are underprivileged, migrated to or from foreign countries, minorities like you, in abusive relationships with no financial backup?
With all what I went through, in the end, the main message, if there's something, is just really love yourself. Love yourself. When you love yourself, you deserve more. In the end, I was in an abusive relationship too, and I thought that was, I was just giving to the relationship. But then I realized it wasn't loving me. When I don't love me, I cannot give my love to my girls and to the others too. So we have to seek within us what we deserve. And if I can read something that I read every day now for the past maybe 5 days, from Marianne Williamson. I don't know if you've heard of her, but I love this. She said, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not in some of us. It is in everyone. As we are liberated from our own fear, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. Our presence automatically liberates others. I just love that, Terri.
Oh, Cynthia, that is absolutely beautiful because it is so true. It is so true. Love ourselves and allow God to work through us to show love to others. That is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Cynthia, for sharing your amazing story. I know that you had several hardships going through life, and I love seeing that beautiful smile on your face, and just how happy and healthy you are, and you're impacting other women by sharing your story and just helping others in your business as well. So thank you so much for joining us. Well, Divas, that brings to a close another great, inspiring interview on Talk with Terri. Thank you to my amazing guest for sharing your thoughts and wisdom with our listeners. Divas, if you would like to connect with us, go to www.divasthatcare.com. Here, you will also find many amazing episodes from many wonderful and inspiring people. Don't be shy. Reach out and let me know if you have any questions or ideas. Or hey, just leave me a comment. Thank you once again for listening to Talk with Terri.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.